Before we start, I kindly thank UK Rob M for buying us a cuppa since the last video, when I had time to make one. This week, we're looking at the film Children of the Corn from 1984. Yeah, this film is now 40 years old, and it doesn't look a day older than 1985, let me tell you. Now, throughout this review, I refer to Peter Horton as Robocop. Why? Because I'm a dickhead. It's not Robocop at all. But I can't be bothered to go through and change everything. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Sarah Connor is definitely in it. Enjoy! The film opens in Gatlin 3 years ago. Well, 43 years ago now.
Only kid in church that day. The others were with Isaac out in the cornfield. I didn't get to go because Dad didn't like Isaac. He was pretty smart, my dad.
Why doesn't he like Isaac? Well, we're about to find out as Isaac and his unwashed looking friend start causing havoc in the local cafe. Watch out for the blood splatter, mind your milkshake. Plus it's a good job he remains calm about seeing his dad murdered.
It happened everywhere in Gatlin that day. That's when Sarah started drawing these pictures.
Suddenly it's 3 years later where we meet the main cast. It's Robocop and Sarah Connor. Ah, the 80s. They decide to go on a road trip to the middle of nowhere because, of course, what's on the radio?
There's no room for the fornicator!
Amen. Peanut butter and white bread.
No room for people who watch public television!
No room for commitment.
Amen! Come on.
We're not the only ones who thought Isaac was weird.
Unless you tell anybody I'm gone. If you tell, you're gonna burn on the lake of fire for all eternity.
We won't.
Cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye.
Okay! Go! Nobody's looking!
Now, if you're going to try and escape a dangerous death cult, get the person looking out for you, not to announce to everyone who can hear, just the fact you're running off. Watch out for the kid.
Hang on. Let me check.
Yeah, don't worry about the kid you just run over. Fucking hell.
That was an animal.
No, that's not an animal, love. Fucking hell, Connor.
I want you to go back to the car and wait for me there, understand? And keep all the doors locked until I get back.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll tell you when I get back. Just do what I say.
What he means is, I don't actually know, but I'm not going to tell you that because you're a woman and I'm the man and I'm in charge. And because she's a woman and therefore doesn't listen, she has to get out of the car even though she was told not to.
Hurry.
Come on.
Don't shit yourself, it was only a dream. And with the dead kid in the back of the car, they make it to a garage. Hope he's got some petrol left.
We've had ourselves...
I ain't got no gas.
No, I don't need
I
gas.
ain't got no diesel fuel neither.
Your telephone. I need to use your phone.
Telephone? I ain't got no telephone.
Scintillating conversation. Anyway, later that night, Malachi and Unwashed killed the old fella because he told Sarah Connor and Robocop where to find the town. Sarah Connor and Robocop eventually arrive to the town where they spend far too much time just looking around the old desolate place where all the adults once lived and the cult of kids killed everyone. But where are the kids? They're hiding, probably up to no good. Ah, there they are, little bastards. But then they find the little girl from the start of the film.
Are your mommy and daddy around?
They're in the cornfield.
What are they doing there?
Robocop gets bored waiting for an answer from the little girl and decides to leave them both.
Things just aren't happening fast enough. Let me go look at the town hall.
Now clearly that's not the town hall, it's the school, and he has a look through the windows to see everything is covered in corn. Imagine that, in a town surrounded by corn. But anyway, Sarah Connor's about to get surrounded by Unwashed and crew.
Who are you?
Seize her!
Good shot. We then see her get taken away, and also the pictures the little girl drew which foreshadowed what was going to happen. Amazing. Which is Robocop coming back to find his car covered in corn. Oh, the horror. While Sarah Connor is being strung up like Jesus. Happy Easter, those horrible kids. No black ones there though.
You know not the laws.
He's the god of blood and sacrifice, not ceremony.
Down on your knees, heretic!
Shut your mouth, Isaac. You broke prideful apart from us.
Calm down, Nick. I meant Malachi.
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each more horrible than the last!
They are tired of your talk.
It's like one of those irritants in Telegram chats where people don't get their own way. Ban them!
Of you! No!
While Sarah Connor's watching those kids fuck about, Robocop has found a church where another sacrifice is going on.
You were praying presence does profane this holy place. He will reckon with you.
What do you mean, as it is written? What, in this? You rewriting the whole thing or just the parts that suit your needs?
Well, they certainly need to bring Children of the Corn back to find out how they deal with trannies in the church. I can't imagine it'd be much different to how they're dealing with adults here. Calm down, mate. Anyway, Robocop starts hiding out in a house, and then Malachi finds him. Luckily, those two little brats from the start of the film come and rescue him, and take him to where he needs to be, which is finding Sarah Connor, and this little prick up on a cross, where he gets consumed by 1984 CGI. Check that out. Great work. Cost a tenner. Unlucky, and then Robocop arrives to save Sarah Connor after beating up these little kids at last.
Any religion without love and compassion is false.
Ah, shut up, Robocop. Anyway,
He wants you too, Malachi.
oh dear, looks like they're all going to hell. However will this film end? Marvellous. Excellent. Well, after watching that awful CGI engulf all the kids and the cornfields, they all walk happily to their car, where they have a kiss, the kids get embarrassed, and then suddenly they're stuck with these two. Ah, atheists on a road trip. The end. Children of the Corn is one of many adaptations of Stephen King novels into crap films, because they've never made a good one. Well, except maybe the new It films. However, I digress. This film is terrible, but eminently enjoyable to watch. Give it a watch tonight for a laugh. Don't take it seriously, and if you really enjoy it, there's plenty of sequels you can watch as well. They also did a remake twice, a couple of years ago and about 10 years ago. Don't watch them, they really are shit. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and thought it's slightly less shit than the others, you can always buy us a cuppa on Ko-fi. The link's in the description below, and thank you in advance if you do. Stay away from cornfields and kids.